I'd like to take a few minutes here and explain to you a little bit about the three things and how to work the board here. When people come along, you go to an event, there'll be several people passing by, and I always ask them, would you like to see three things God cannot do? And a lot of times there will be several people stop. Sometimes it'll be one person. And what we'll start out doing is that the three things God cannot do. The first thing, God cannot lie. It tells us this in Titus 1:2. I like to refer to the verse so they know that that actually comes from the Bible. And the second thing God cannot do, God cannot change. It tells us that in Malachi 3:6. And the third thing God cannot do, God cannot let anyone to heaven unless they've been born again. Do you understand what that means? And what? If I'd like to then ask you a question. Are you 50%, 75%, or 100% sure if you died today you would go to heaven? And when you do this, they'll ask each one to respond. Usually you'll have more than one person. You'd say, you sir, or you ma'am, or you son, or you, would you be? And when you ask them the question, make sure you give each one an opportunity to answer you. And then when they answer you, then you will say, they may say they're 75%, 50%, or 100% sure. If they say they're 100% sure, I let them know that I'm thankful that they are, and I look forward to seeing you again in heaven. If they're less than 100% sure, I just ask them, would you like to be 100% sure? And if it's an adult, I will ask them, I'll get their name. Hey, George, would you like to be 100% sure? And then I will carry them back to the table so that someone could present the ABCs of salvation. And they will present that to them. If it's a child, I'll ask the parent. And a lot of times the parent will say they're 100%, the child will say they're 50%. I'll ask the parent, would you be willing for your child to sit down and talk for just a few minutes with someone back here? I'll get the child's name and I'll say, Marilyn, would you like to come back here and talk with this lady? And your mom can come back here and sit with you. I want to make sure I get the permission of the parents so that they're involved as well when they do this. And then I'll come back and introduce Marilyn to someone back here at one of the tables, and they will present the ABCs of salvation. This has turned out to be a very good tool, and by working with the people and getting them to do it willingly, getting them to answer the questions here and get them to where they're in a positive attitude before they go back, they're very receptive to what the ladies or gentleman has to say back behind me. And that's pretty much how the board operates and how we use it and present the three things at events.